Hello, everyone. Happy to invite you to my second of my Leader Speak series. And on today's episode, I have my friend and I would say a partner, Bhavna Juneja, Global Vice President of Infinity, a Stanford technology company. Hello, Bhavna.
Hey Ringo, how are you? Pleasure to be here, and thank you so much for reaching out and never losing the focus of keeping in touch.
Thank you.
So just to say, introduce myself to the viewers. My name is Bhavna Juneja, and I am the global vice president for Infinity, a Stanford technology company, alongside many of the other ventures that I hold, which is either in recruitment outsourcing or products, or my passion project, which is of luxury scarves with Swarovski, or I would say, the real estate and technology field that I entered last year. Proud mom of two, 24 and a 19-year-old son, who are now on their own route. So I'm pretty much an empty nester. Glad to be here. Started my career as a door-to-door salesperson back in India, where I belong from at the tender age of 17. Thanks to my mother, may God bless her soul. And today I sit on the board of certain companies and own multi-million dollar businesses. And I'm very excited to share my journey of entrepreneurship and leadership and the challenges that I've faced, throughout my 24, 25 plus years. Thank you.
Awesome. And at the risk of sounding like I'm flattering you, you don't look like the mother of 24 and 19. So,
Thank you for that.
so you could be in college yourself. That's how you look. But hey,
Yeah, I agree.
so God bless you for
That's
that.
what I keep telling my children. That's what I keep telling my children.
Yeah. So God bless you. Keep looking that way. So I'm going to dive straight to the questions I had for you, Bhavna. You kind of nailed it beautifully. Your journey has been very unique, and you've seen the whole, the process of how one converts from being an aspirant to be an entrepreneur to be a successful business person. You've seen the whole journey. So you are probably a good candidate to tell the viewers what is entrepreneurship.
To be really honest, Ringo, there is personally what I feel there is really no definition of an entrepreneur. The reason being that, according to me, the moment you feel that you want to start a business, you are a CEO already, just because you've taken the first step towards the success of why you want to, do something of your own rather than being the traditional person of going and doing a job. It takes a lot of guts, to say, let me lead rather than being a follower. To me, that's entrepreneurship. Already you've conquered that first step.
Beautiful.
Entrepreneurship is a journey, especially to me, and for me it was more of a survival, more to support my mother, who was a single mom, at that day and age in India, raising three daughters alone, where it was, if you want to put food on the table, and want to maintain your social whatever society, in India, you got to work, and my mother taught us to do that very gracefully. And that's the day I feel my entrepreneurial journey started. And when I came to the US, like a very typical Indian girl who got married at the age of 21, came here and I was like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Everybody over here is either an interior designer or a fashion designer. Who's going to give business to this brown girl? Nobody. And I got an opportunity with a company, who was a startup IT firm, didn't even know how a computer looked, but made sure that I conquered my passion, learned the industry, and 2 years down the road, I bought that company out. So it's
Wow.
more about what your passion is, and how much a capacity you have to take falling down. Like my mother always said, if you fall down only, then you can enjoy the success of getting up. Otherwise, it's a flat line, like you are
Amazing.
dying.
Amazing. Very, very, very insightful. Yes. If you don't fall, you'll never know what it is to fall and get up. Absolutely. I think very
Absolutely.
well said. So that's
Absolutely.
very well put, Bhavna. So I I get that you kind of mentioned that an entrepreneur is also a CEO. So given that, what in your mind is leadership? Being an entrepreneurial leader, what in your mind is an entrepreneurial leader?
So leadership, in my viewpoint, has many definitions, and I'll talk personally about myself. I don't like followers. I like to walk together. And this is, and I bring my mother a lot because, she was a very instrumental in my, growing up. She always said, these are five fingers, but when you close them, it becomes a fist, and that's what your strength is. And in all of the companies, whether I had started, in the startup firm, or the companies that I, started from scratch or built or bought out, I always believed that, like Jack Welch said, listen to everybody's ideas, and whatever strikes towards the corporate objectives of the company, make sure you put interest towards that. And I've always done that. I've always spoken to my team members saying that, you tell me, where do you see yourself, where do you want to go, and what can I do to make that happen? To me, that is leadership. Leadership is not just saying that, I'm the CEO, I carry a C title. No. Leadership is when you help people conquer their aspirations to where they want to be, because what might be your success may be their biggest challenge. And whether it's an employee, or whether it's another business co-owner, or a peer or associate, everything is about how you can leverage. It's like an orange. The more you peel, the more seeds you see. That's what, to me, leadership is. How can you help them
Amazing.
peel those? And that's, to me, that's leadership.
Amazing, amazing. That's really, really insightful because, most people think leadership is top down, or, it's about delegation and all of that. So I think, and you have been a practicing leader. You have worked up your way up the ranks, and,
Yes.
thank you for that thought. So my last question to you today, Bhavna, is in this journey of 24 years of multiple roles that you played, what has been your challenge as a leader and as an entrepreneur? What have been your challenges?
So, gender definitely played a very important part, especially the industry that I am in. Now you see many more women in leadership roles, but I'm talking about when I was 21 plus, and coming from India, where I already owned a successful business at the age of 17 plus. I wasn't very well recepted. Why? Because, A, the IT industry is very male dominated. B, I was an immigrant, and that also a woman. But I always felt that, if somebody like knocked me down, I said, okay, no problem. Let me see why he knocked me or she knocked me down. I never, was bitterful towards the knocking down of who knocked me down, but more towards learning what was the reason I was knocked down. And that, I believe, made me a better person, a better human being, and a better leader, to understand the psychology of people. Which is the reason I even put a lot of interest in my work journey towards HR, to understanding people,
Mhm.
that why do they do what they do. And if it's like very normal, if somebody curses you, you listen to respond, you don't listen to adapt. Why is somebody saying that to you? And I kind of picked up the latter. I said, I'd rather not respond, but I want to understand why I'm knocked down. And I'll tell you a little small incident about my entrepreneurial journey. I was in North Carolina in a meeting with one of my clients, where there were 12 people, in the room, all men. And for me, it was a big challenge, because the client said, "Oh my God, she has a MacBook. We are here for disaster." And I was like, "That's not gonna."
Wow.
And I was like, I didn't take it. He leaned back and, oh, we're hitting a challenge. She got a MacBook, and listen, I love Apple. And then I presented to this crowd of 12 men, and the guy asked me, a gentleman asked me, very respectfully, but with immense arrogance, that why should we give you the business? I was like, you've already given me, because you made me fly all the way from New York,
Hmm.
up to North Carolina, and you've given me the last 2 hours of your time. So unless I wasn't of value, you wouldn't have given me your 2 hours.
Amazing.
And,
Oh
and,
my
and
God.
honestly speaking, I leaned back and said that. And that is something that I remember of my journey so well, that, you have to be confident. You have to know.
Confidence.
If you're making a mistake, hey, we're humans, You got to
Beautiful.
make mistakes. Only if you make mistakes, you learn. And if you fall, you get up, and that's it. I mean, there shouldn't be fear. Earlier, in my early years, my ears used to get red, but now I'm like, what's the worst that's going to happen? A no. And that's where I learn. My learning journey never ends.
Amazing.
So these are the challenges. Agenda has played a very important part. Of course, there have been, downfalls because of recessions, and depressions that we've faced, obviously, expanding your business at a global level has also built too many challenges and roadblocks. But, if you have that eye that, I'm going to do whatever it takes to prove to myself rather than to somebody else. I'm my own motivator. I want to see myself the next morning and say, I did a good job, or what were the challenges that I can, face today and conquer. So I think it's more personal to somebody's journey as opposed to, just keeping it a generic that what is, leadership and entrepreneurship and the challenges. Everybody brings mountain of different challenges, and that's what the learning journey is all about, according to me.
Excellent. So, as a parting shot, Bhavna, what would your advice be to young aspiring entrepreneurs? What would your word of advice be?
My first actually compliment would be that thank God that you're born in this day and age, because at the age that I was, back when I was 17, we didn't even know what the word startup meant. Today we have so many coaches and mentors and forums to help us, and investors and VCs, and PE funds that help us, bring us to that level and conquering our vision and aspiration and reality, to bring it to reality. But one of the things that I would definitely want to say is that make sure that you are very careful in choosing your first core members of your startup, because that is what makes and breaks you. Your members have to be, your team members have to have the same vision in order to understand that, are you after money, are you after growth, or are you after fame? These are all three different buckets, and you have to align your goals, towards the vision of your startup. So for me, that is very, very, your team members are to understand what is the objective of that startup is the most critical part, I would say, to me.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, Bhavna. I think you succinctly put what I was hoping to hear, and I'm hoping to have many more such discussions and maybe more interactions with you and similar
Absolutely.
entrepreneurs like you. Thank you for participating. I would love you to participate more actively in this group. This is our group, and I would like your participation and support and encouragement. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.
Most welcome. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.